You was a what?
I don't know what y'all call it in Kentucky. I was a gunner.
A who?
A gunner. A dick
What's
jacket.
that?
So he's trying to say that he jayed off for 20 years. I don't think I've completed that for 1 year.
In Alabama, a gunner.
Jacking out. You jacked out.
I don't think I completed that for 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That gets old.
And
man.
I got like 11 or 12 disciplinaries for that. It's called in Alabama. It's called
Really?
exhibitionism, indecent exposure.
Really, you probably got that in the first year. And then you got 19 more to go.
Really? Ah, you was freaking like that. You were jacking, you was taking them down. What?